She checked the doors twice, the windows too. But by the time she heard the first sound, it was already too late. A mother's quiet night turns into a nightmare when strangers invade her home. But something feels off. They're not just after money, they're looking for something else. As the chaos unfolds, every sound, every shadow feels alive. The burglars move like they know the house, like they've been there before. But the real question isn't who broke in. It's why this house. Because buried beneath its walls lies a secret she never knew existed. When the truth finally comes out, you'll realize the intruders weren't strangers at all. They were coming home. The house was silent again, until she heard it. A faint tapping. Behind the wall, her children were hiding in the closet. She told them not to move, not to breathe. But that sound, that slow, steady knock, was coming from inside the house, from somewhere that shouldn't exist. She follows it step by step, until the wall itself seems to whisper. A hidden door. It was never in the plans, never in the blueprints. But the burglars knew it was there. They weren't breaking in. They were breaking through. Behind that wall, a secret room. Photos, names, and a familiar face staring back at her. She drops the photo, her hand shaking. Because the man in the picture was her husband. In that hidden room, everything smelled like dust and secrets. But one box stood out, clean, untouched, like someone was waiting for her to find it. She hesitates. The burglars are still somewhere in the house. But something inside her says, open it. Inside, there are photos of her children, their school, even their rooms. But none of them were taken by her. There were also letters, all signed with the same name, Daniel, her husband's name. But the dates, they were from years before they even met. And every letter mentioned one thing. The experiment worked, but the house, it remembers. Suddenly, she hears a noise, footsteps above her. But the room she's in has no stairs above it. The tapping starts again. This time, not from behind the wall, but from inside the box. She thought she was alone, until a voice whispered, "You weren't supposed to come back." She freezes. The voice comes closer, calm, trembling. A man steps forward, mask half torn, eyes sunken. He's one of the intruders, but he's crying. He says they didn't come to steal. They came to destroy the house. That years ago, something went wrong here. An experiment buried under the floor. He tells her the walls aren't walls. They're memories. And every person who's ever lived here is still inside. She doesn't believe him until he says her name, her full name, and then adds, "You died here too." She drops the flashlight. Darkness swallows them both. Hundreds of whispers fill the room, all chanting her name. She runs for the door, but every hallway leads back to the same place. She screams for her children. No answer. Only the tapping, louder, faster, like the house itself is breathing. She stumbles back into the hidden room. The intruder is gone. Only the open box remains. Inside, one last letter, written in her own handwriting. It says, "If you're reading this, you didn't make it out last time." She backs away as the house begins to hum. The same sound from the old tapes in the box. The walls begin to move, slow, heavy breathing. And from the floor, small hands reach out. Her children's hands, but their eyes aren't theirs. The tapping grew louder, until the wall split open, and standing behind it wasn't an intruder. It was her husband, but his eyes were hollow. He whispers, "You were never supposed to open the door." Then darkness, a scream, silence. The sun rose over the quiet street. Police cars lined the driveway, but inside the house, silence. They found the front door unlocked, the walls scratched, and a single flashlight still flickering in the hallway. But no sign of her, or the children, or the intruders. Upstairs, an officer discovers a hidden camera still recording, its red light blinking like a heartbeat. She plays the last footage. It shows the mother standing in front of the hidden wall, whispering to someone unseen. Then the tapping starts again. The screen distorts, freezes, and cuts to black. The officer rewinds and freezes the frame. Behind her, just for a second, hundreds of faces stare back. He drops the camera. From somewhere deep inside the house, a child's voice whispers, "Mommy said we can't leave this time."